You want to talk about the internet, guys. Let's talk about the internet, a thing you put out on the internet. No joke, yeah. No joke, yeah. I looked myself up, yeah. I looked myself up, alright. No, I made this video, yeah. Okay. Quite a while back. It was called Blue Pill or Red. That's what it was called, yeah. Blue Pill or Red. Next to my picture, yeah, there was two things I noticed, yeah. There was an egg, yeah, and there was, yeah, a GIF, right, and it said constantly collecting, yeah. No fucking joke, no fucking joke, yeah. All right. And I'll snapshot that to you, yeah, and put it as this the cover, yeah. All right, maybe not, maybe not. All right. So when we're talking about the ascendants now, yeah, we spoke a lot about descendants. We've got the Mama Africa playlist. You need to understand data. Yeah, you need to understand how your data is used. You understand what I'm saying to you, yeah? I mean, when it comes to Gen Z, this is the thing. I mean, they understand that. This is what I'm saying. We're talking about behavioural programming, yeah? In Zan, yeah, in Kenya, yeah. Well, you see, yeah, okay, it's part of the foundation, the foundation, you know, the foundation. And we're getting into foundations on industrial building and how ethical trading works. Ethical and ethnic and all this, yeah, we're getting into this. But this is particularly concerning, yeah, when it comes to Gen Z. I mean, not necessarily, because I mean, listen, when you use, yeah, the internet to do good, you know, it's I mean, it's helpful, isn't it? You know, it's helpful to have the internet, but you know, you data being collected like that. That's what I'm saying. It is no joke. There's a picture of my head, okay. And next to it, there was a GIF that said constantly collecting, and it was going round in a circle, and there was an egg as well. Yeah, next to the picture, then next to that. So you see, yeah, how the algorithms, yeah, sort themselves all out, and yeah, and you see like this, yeah, they, yeah, they create programs off this as well. Questions they ask you, and then behavioural study, and they do all this. Do you think there's people that use this to do good in the world? Yeah, I mean, there's some people that use this that, you know, like myself, you know, it's just like, you know, I look at these things and, you know, yeah, research, that's what I'm saying. Radical, I don't like the word radicalism. I prefer the word research, yeah. Prefer the word research, and so that's what I'm saying. We start researching this, and now, because we're talking about industrial Africa, well, we're starting to understand how this could be affecting Gen Z. And like I said, yeah, Black and British, yeah, those that are going over into Africa, and there could be more, yeah, those that are going over there to work there. And yeah, I mean, you know, we've gone through all this. So the internet, guys, understand how your data is used, and I mean, we know this, right? We're going to Google most of the time now. When we go on Google, it's agree and accept the terms and conditions. I mean, these are forever changing, and you know, they're forever changing. So it's like, oh, there's that pop-up again. Let me agree to it, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? The people would think that, yeah, I'll disagree, the cookies, yeah, cookies are used. And I mean, I remember when cookies, well, what do cookies do, yeah, LAURNA? Well, what cookies do, yeah, is they help you to understand, they help the computer to understand, all right, what it is you're looking at, yeah, and then it starts to process more of it. So that's what I'm saying. Your space is a sacred space, okay? So I was doing a lot of what I'm moving away from, and it was doing a load of stuff on this, yeah. Well, why am I moving away from that? I was making these videos, and yeah, we got to this point, really in the last couple of months. But you know, I understood as well, you know, what I'm looking at is it's not only affecting me, but you understand what you're looking at, what you're talking about, what you think, where energy goes, energy flows, yeah? Um, you know, where your attention goes, energy flows. So that's what I was saying, you know, when we study all this as well, that's why there's some things that you just don't dabble in. You just don't dabble in. I mean, where we are at this stage with all of this research is the ethical trading and the climate change, yeah, I want to make you aware of. And you see, even me just saying that, it's going to pick up that too, yeah, because, yeah, as I've been talking about this and researching it, yeah, Google and maybe YouTube, you see, is connected to Google. And when we got the shop on eBay too, you notice. So for example, I was talking a lot about Chloe at one point, where then a lot of Chloe stuff was coming through in the shop, you see. And is it, you know, is this anything to worry about? Is this good or bad? Sort of people really worry about this. I mean, look, listen, it's nothing to worry about if you understand where your attention is going. And like I said, if your intentions are good, do you know what I mean? It ain't nothing to worry about. So, but for some people, they don't know that. They don't know that, yeah. Okay, and they stay away from these kind of things, yeah, altogether, really. But this is how cookies work, yeah. This is what I'm saying. Okay, so for example, right, I love Timberland boots. I'm looking at Timberland boots, talking about Timberland boots. Loads of them come up. Well, see, you see what I mean. It's good and bad and everything, yeah. I was quite happy with that because I love Timberlands. But no, guys. I mean, you've got to be aware on what these kind of policies are. They're always changing. When it comes to Apple, a lot of the devices are connected together. I mean, what do you think about all this, Lorna? Well, you know, it's. I mean, with all this, yeah, the Apple, a lot of the devices are connected. Well, I mean, when it comes to Apple, yeah, okay, it can be secure, yeah, in the sense of, okay, so you, when it comes to hacking and stuff like that, yeah, okay, you yourself, you know, with the clouds and the things like that, sometimes you can't even get into them, and then you got to sign into all your other devices as well. So in that sense, but I honestly, you see what I'm saying? I don't want people to worry and be like, are we getting bugged and watched? I don't know. I don't want you to, don't just start freaking out. But I just want to. The purpose of this, yeah, is just so that you understand how your data is used. Yeah, and we were talking about behavioural programs and things like this, and we're getting into schooling, and it's because we know as well, not all the schooling's bad, because you see it can take us to the point of, yes, understanding who we are and how we give to the world, but this is what I mean, you know, you've got to understand what your own input is, and by understanding where you come from, you'll understand what that input is. I mean, people believe different things about this, don't they? That's the trouble, and don't even, and still don't know where they come from. Do you know what I mean? So that's another reason why we study ancestry too, you know, so we know, all right then, you know, who is the most vulnerable, who do I need to help, what's going on there. And is there anything else I want to say about this? And Gen Z, yeah, well, this is it. These are the people now that are coming up, um, you know, and like I said, yeah, they do want to help. They want to go to certain parts of the world and help because, you know, they're compassionate human beings. But some of them, they don't even know what's really happened to, you know. You've really, there's two sides to the coin. You've really got to know, yeah, where you shouldn't go and where you should, and that's what I'm saying about the social circles. And we touched on these Glastonbury, as I was speaking of Glastonbury yesterday. Well, I mean, yeah, this kind of thing of you know, you are loving, yeah, okay, but just, oh my God, everybody love everyone and be friends with everyone. I mean, no. It's not really like this, okay? It's not really like this, and why is that? Because we understand there are some people that have, speaking of roots, yeah, deep rooted issues, There is still brutality in the world. Okay, there is this, and baby, it's cold outside. Um, I would strongly suggest, okay, that you understand what you're agreeing to when it comes to your data, and I think that will do. Yeah, and that was my personal experience, and data now. Yeah. I mean, because we need to move on to climate change. So how is it when it comes to not just in the building the industrial and in these various climates, but how's the internet affecting all this? I mean, people talk about radiation and stuff like that. We should find out what more of that is and what it's doing to us. I mean, because we were talking about the food yesterday, and the same, my friend from Eritrea, no, this isn't organic, and not too far from there, they source the food from the Tesco and the Sainsbury's and the Carp and the flowers. And the thing is as well, yeah, so we know we got farmers there too, and they're saying, well, this is fair trade, banana and all this, but we understand how the industrial revolution got set up here and how it worked. So I mean, so much knowledge, goodness me. But when it comes, so you got to understand, just because it says fair trade, it may not be, and we've got a lot of these poorer places being forgotten about and built over, and people going to work because you understand they don't want to be impoverished no more. So the other thing I want to say to you, so this really explains more of my work and what I do. So the fruit, yeah. So we're talking about the food and the porks, and you can see like the Black Panthers talking to a lot of Jamaican people. You see that they don't eat pork, yeah, because they know, you know what I mean? Oh no, not that, yeah. This, yeah, this kind of brutality. It's more than just these animals' welfares, and when it comes to this religion, it's more than that. Yeah, okay, for a lot of people, okay. So people have their different beliefs on this, but I mean, where these kind of things stem from, and the research we've done, we know what is a possibility, shall we say, a high possibility is fair to say, I think. And there's something, the fruit and the vegetables, because you understand, if it's so large and all that there, how did it's not organic here, some people are saying, so how did this become so small? And speaking of the radiation, because we think that we were larger. We think that we were larger before, yeah. Let's find out how that's affected us. Is because there's graphics out there. I mean, is there this height difference, and because we understood national foods as well, we wanted to get into with people eating national foods and how that your food affects us, yeah. I mean, if they were feeding the pigs, you know what I'm saying? How did this all affect us? I mean, we know as well in Germany, okay, they ate horses too. They ate horses too, and a lot of the Romanis, they put a lot of pork and a lot of horse meat. We had the horse meat scandal here. But a lot of Romanis, they have horses and stuff like that. And back in the day, in all these times that it was happening, a lot of people did have horses that got raided, and very, very interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. So when it came to the fruit and the vegetables, well, why are they so small now? Yeah, now they got here because, like I said, a lot of that is industrial there. Is this affecting the climate and the food too? The food too. I mean, like I said, with the chickens, as we did a video on the truth about food last night, we know with the chickens they can't digest rather quickly, and they can't have they can only have a minimal amount of this antibiotics put into it. We're talking about Big Pharma and China and stuff, and when it comes to the Black Panthers too, guys, I mean, they're doing a lot of work here. They're offering the breakfasts and the education and schooling, and saying that a lot of the diseases went into the communities. And what else I want to tell you about that? Well, well, God, the diseases that went into the communities. Well, there's a lot of people that do really believe that these were synthetic, and there are people who know how to make synthetic drugs. You know, that is the truth. That is the truth. I mean, just look it up. It actually says on Google, yeah, China, yeah, they know how to make synthetic drugs, and we're sure there's some other places too. But you know, when it comes to the big industrial built-up places and the pharmaceuticals, we discussed already in Big Pharma where a lot of these places are, and what they do. So, yeah, very interesting. There was something else I wanted to say about the Black Panthers, yeah. Yeah, the treating now with the diseases and stuff like that, yeah. So they knew all about that, yeah. These diseases and things started to appear in their communities. And this was not too long ago as well, and then we've had stuff like viruses too, and like we said, we know who makes the vaccines as well. So yes. All right then, very interesting. Okay. What else I want to say about the food? Yeah, the food. And people give the money to the water aid to find out what's in the water. We still wanted to look more into the water. Was there anything else going to say about the Kenya? We just wanted to look more into the water when it came to Sweden and stuff. Or where's the money for the toilet going into the Sweden and United States and the United Kingdom? Because I mean, they list them right at the bottom, but like I said, they list all the East African at the top, and a lot of they're saying the sanitation poor. Waterway had been around for a good long time, and like I said, you know, they're building all the apparel there, and when it was in India, and some of it still is in India. I'm sure there was something else I wanted to say about food. National dishes, yeah, and we were speaking about anthems too, but I really do want to understand what people are eating around the world and why they are eating it. Okay. All right. Okay. Is there anything else I want to say about the food? Oh, I just want to know, yeah, what they eating? Why are they eating it? Yeah. I mean, so far we've looked into Germany. We've looked into why a lot of people don't eat pork and certain birds and certain and like beef and milk together. We looked into kosher. But now I think national dishes and yes, why are things becoming so small, and are we getting smaller? Did we get smaller because of this kind of industrial revolution? Yeah. All right then, guys. So that was on data protection, cookies, the internet, yeah, things like that, yeah, too.